What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? We've got a reaction video with Cut. It is workers, like minimum wage people, versus trust fund kids. Thought this might be a little interesting, kind of a weird dynamic. Never watched one of these videos before, but we'll see how it turns out. It seems kind of interesting to me. It's kind of simple, more pop culture style video, so we'll see what's going on. Let's give it a watch.
Where does your family's wealth come from?
Generational wealth.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
I'm Manuela.
I'm Lee J.
Hi, I'm Kashara.
Hi, I'm Kai.
What's the topic of the day?
Trust fund versus minimum wage.
Versus, huh?
Oh, versus.
We're talking about what people don't want to talk about, money.
I have a trust fund.
Definitely don't have a trust fund, so I'm representing the lower wage people.
Did you grow up with a trust fund?
I was born the last child of a wealthy, large family.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Are you too nervous?
Yeah, must be nice, Must be nice. I didn't, I've come from like a middle class family, but yeah, it got to be nice, right? And I bet this is a hard topic for a lot of younger people, especially as like the wealth is, the disparities growing between the lower class and upper class, especially in like college settings and probably even in high schools and things like that. More in college because that's where a lot of money is. And I saw it a lot. I was kind of in the middle of a lot of this, but you'll see people who are in college going off of student debt, and then some people who are there and it's like a party for them, and they're going to lavish spring breaks, and they have, you know, they have everything going for them when it comes to college. They don't have to work, so they have more time to study, so their grades reflect it. It's they have all the best study material. As I mean, like you can back in my day, you could like buy the answers to quizzes and tests like online if you just had extra money, and you lived on campus, so you walked to class instead of driving and commuting and parking, and it's just there's a lot of advantages to it. Obviously, I think a lot of people that, but yeah, we'll continue on.
A little.
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to start out with a shot?
Sure.
Sure.
Take a shot.
Cheers.
It'll loosen things up. Get the lips moving. Get people talking.
Okay. How much is in your bank account?
Probably $80.
Ouch.
Wow.
It's hard.
I'd be freaking out. Sorry.
It's okay.
How much is in your bank account?
I want to say about $1,000.
$3,000?
That's not bad.
That's not
I know a lot of
bad.
people who are in the negative, so 3,000 is not like.
Oh, I'm in the negative.
Oh.
I just pretend like I'm not.
Student debt or.
Yeah, and credit
all
cards
of
and
that.
stuff, yeah.
Do you
That's what I'm talking about right there. The student debt. It's student debt. Even if you do good in college, you graduate and you got tons of student debt, so you just got these monthly payments, and the interest starts hitting on them, and it's like, we set up society like this to where you just get such big advantages just being born with money. It's it is what it is, but it's kind of interesting. We'll see how the video evolves.
find that affects your daily life?
Kind of,
Yeah.
but I'm so used to it at this point.
Of course,
I
it
have
affects your
what I
daily
need.
life.
Okay,
So,
that's good.
Okay, let's see. How much money are you worth?
Honestly, I'm not completely sure. I'm gonna guess 750K to $1 million.
Okay.
Just.
That's not even real
shy
trust fund money.
of $1 million.
How did you come into it?
3 years ago, when my grandfather passed, is when I got the actual trust.
And knowing that you were coming into that money, do you think it affected your behavior?
It's part of the reason I ended up moving to Seattle. I knew that there wasn't as much of a risk moving here because I knew I would always have that that cushion to fall back on.
how much money?
Why Seattle? Why Seattle? I don't know. Because I'm just not. Yeah, Seattle's cool, but you had a bunch of money like that. Why wouldn't you go to school in the South, or somewhere with nice weather? I mean, California sounds. Why not? New York, even I don't know. If you were frugal, you'd go into the South and go to it's still a top tier college, but yeah, I guess I don't know.
Are you worth?
This is starting off very wrong.
Is it that large of a number?
It's tied up in assets, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's all it
so
should be,
I'm not
obviously.
entirely sure of a
funds.
number. So
Oh, okay.
cheers.
Cheers.
What are your stereotypes of people working for minimum wage? Be honest.
Mostly, I just think that like people's worlds revolve around work.
I would say for me, I don't make a lot of money, but I definitely still prioritize my free time. Like, I'm happy every day. You know what I mean? But it would be nicer to have a lot more money.
Mostly that it's
I like him. A lot of it's perspective. A lot of people who work hard for their money, even if they don't have anything, they work hard, they go to work, they find joy in the small things. And that's very key to happiness today. You know, a lot of these trust fund people, they never had to work for anything, so they never had a struggle, and their life is more of a vacation all around. Well, over time, that's not really fulfilling. So I like that guy. I think he's gonna get ahead on him. He's got the right mindset. I try to do the same thing in my mindset. You know, the 9 to 5 can wear at you, but be appreciative that you got a 9 to 5. Be appreciative you get a paycheck coming in, got health insurance, got coworkers that probably care about you. You know, probably got a group of friends. Got a place to live. Like, all that stuff's important. You know, there's no reason to like dwell on all the bad stuff just because someone's got more than you. So I like him.
high school kids. That was the biggest stereotype that I was shocked by when I actually started working minimum wage jobs.
That it's not just
Yeah.
high school kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that it's
Minimum wage jobs?
actually people just making ends meet.
That's
So
like
you
that.
said you grew up wealthy, but you work minimum wage.
Yeah.
Has something happened?
A lot of things happened. Immigrating to the United States through mainline channels is extremely expensive.
Yes. My family has immigrated here illegally, so it's like a different
It's
a
crazy
different
to
side
admit
that I'd never
online.
thought of before.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, from where?
Mexico.
Oh, cool. I'm from Venezuela.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know. I look like a white lady.
I
so.
do too. Don't worry.
Do you hate the rich?
The issue comes into play when it's nepotism and when I feel like it's given to them and it's bought. So don't eat the rich, but just nibble them a little bit.
Nipple. I love it.
Oh my God.
So fair. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Randy. I'm one of the producers here at Cut. This game has over 400 questions.
Oh, wow. Let's
How
get
much
out
do
of
you
this.
truly want to know? And how much do you dare?
Because you couldn't afford it.
Enjoy the rest of this episode of Truth or Drink.
Have you ever gone without a meal because you couldn't afford it?
No. As you can tell, I'm a junky bitch. You can make a pretty good meal out of dollar store stuff.
Resourceful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
grew up with
right.
like a single mom and like a bunch of siblings, and we'd have no money, so we'd be sleeping in our car or we'd be in houses with like no water, no electricity. I remember there was a time where we had to like take empty jugs of water to like the park to like fill them. Yeah, it was so embarrassing.
I don't think it's something to be embarrassed about. It's just like that is like the reality, unfortunately,
Yeah.
for a lot of people. And I don't know. I'm glad you made it through and you're doing better now.
Yeah, same.
So where does your family's wealth come from?
So my parents
a
both
good
grew up
question.
in Brazil, not well off at all. So my dad always knew that
This sounds crazy to a lot of people, especially that, you know, maybe don't have a lot of like experience with American culture, but there is a lot of money in America from foreigners that come here. There's tons of it. Not all the fortunes are made here in America, even though this is like the place of high salaries. This is where people make fortunes, right? Like through professional sports, high-paying salaries, business, entrepreneurship, all that. But there are tons of people from all around the world that just come here with money already. Like they migrate here. They've got tons of money sitting in their bank. You see it all the time at colleges. In Tennessee, we've got tons of Chinese, not tons, but we've got a good, modest amount of Chinese students, and they are loaded. They are loaded from China. This girl's from Brazil. The other girl was from Venezuela. Venezuela's a poor country. You know, I guess, maybe not anymore. A lot of these countries are leveling up a little bit, but you see a lot of wealthy, Hispanic, Latinos move here, and it's kind of crazy. They get wealthy in other countries, and instead of staying in their countries, they send their kids here, I guess, for better education, more opportunity. But what it really does is it exposes them to the West. Like, there's plenty of bad, like, you can get, people come here and get indoctrinated, right? Like, kind of surprised it happens. Honestly, if I was wealthy from another country, I'd probably still send my kids here, but there'd be caveats associated with it, which I'm sure there are. But I don't want them to forget their values from their home country, which when you come to America, you see a lot of people doing. So, yeah, just an interesting thing from Brazil. They're all around the world. There's money in all these countries. It's not just, So.
He wanted to leave Brazil. He's like, dream the U.S. And he is like so smart. It's crazy. And he just worked really hard, went to school, paid for himself, got a job. He's an engineer. So that's what brought us over here to the U.S. He works for Microsoft now. So
H-1B
he's here.
visas.
Where does your family's wealth come
Like a
from?
smart guy.
On my father's side, it was generational. His whole family was very wealthy and they were involved in government back home. Generational wealth,
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you get wealthy from governments in foreign countries, it's corruption. Just like it happens here in America. Like if you get wealthy from being a government worker, a civil service worker, it's corruption. China's famous for this stuff, and I'm sure all these other, like a lot of South American countries are. Like you can make wealth anywhere. Just a lot of times it's dirty money, but not saying this girl is. It's just how do you get rich off government if there's no corruption? Even in America, it's the rich ones are all it's corruption.
Okay. What stereotypes do you have of people with trust funds? And do I fit those stereotypes?
You know what? No, you don't fit them. My stereotype would probably be like snobby or kind of like off, just kind of like rude. Like you have manners, your parents raise you right. I think that's what parents should do. They should set up their kids to have a stable life. You broke that stereotype, so thank you.
Cute, thank you.
The way the media
That is a misconception. Just because you're born with money doesn't make you like a snobby bad person. Like a lot of these people are like actually sympathize with like people on the other end of the wealth spectrum. So yeah, they're not all bad. Especially the younger generation. They're humanitarians. These people set these trust fund kids sound they sound reasonable. Humanitarians, I guess is a good way to put it.
like depicts people with trust funds as like they don't have a desire to really like work or do anything productive with their lives. But
Yeah.
I don't know, you didn't grow up with like as much wealth as you have now, so
Yeah.
do you have like I guess like career goals or just,
I was working. I actually quit my job on Friday.
oh, what was your job?
I worked in advertising, and I quit it partially because of the trust, because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna end up homeless.
That's kind of also like a stereotype, is like being able to quit your job like that, because I could
Absolutely.
never. I could
know.
never.
Such a
I know.
privilege.
When have you felt most guilty for having money?
A lot, all the time. Yeah. I just feel guilty about not being more conscious about what it meant to have that economic status. I was very young, and that brings a lot of guilt into my mind.
In what ways are you responsible for your financial situation?
I don't think society was set up for people that come from my lifestyle, raised having to struggle. I didn't learn how to save until I was in my 20s. I'm learning on my own as I get older, how to invest, how to save, how to do this 401k. I didn't know what that was until this year.
In what ways are you responsible?
Yeah, and that's why the wealthy stay rich and the poor stay poor. It's a lot of it's just spending habits. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses here in America, but most people fall into that trap. Most people that are poor and they come into middle class, they slowly come down in class over time because they're constantly trying to. They spend their money too much. They go get too big of a house, too nice of a car. They want to buy a BMW instead of a Honda, or they want to get a 5-bedroom house instead of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or they want to go on 2 vacations a year instead of 1. And it's just, you don't have to do these things. Real wealth is generated through saving, modest lifestyles, minimalist approaches, and you save and invest your money in assets that go up, right? You should really only be spending your money on things that help you increase your income or the occasional, vacation, really, for mental health. So, yeah, if you take away one thing from this, save and invest your money. You don't have to spend as much as everyone around you. Like, you just don't have to.
For your financial situation.
Oh, jeez. That makes me think of just how I've contributed to some of my financial problems. I feel like I have a lot because I've had mental health problems, and it's taken me a lot to go through. Working regular jobs, like at the grocery store, like I did, fucking made me want to kill myself.
So,
I've gotten to a point now where I'm like, I'm actually doing something that makes me happy. It might be paying me significantly less, but the mental clarity that I have overrides any need for more money. I think I need to take another shot.
Yeah. I got you, girl. I got
sad,
you,
but
girl.
good for her.
We're here. We're right here, too.
Keep on trucking.
Cheers.
Find your
To
lane.
mental health.
Find your lane and do it. Do it good.
What are
Respect to
your
her.
biggest
That was a
struggles
vulnerable
in
moment.
life?
I don't really know what I want to do, really. My struggle is often like, how do I actually make myself happy beyond just like my basic needs being met? What are your biggest struggles right now?
That's what I was saying earlier. These people, they don't have purpose. She quit her job because she has a trust fund. She doesn't have purpose. She doesn't have to struggle, so she doesn't have that urgency to like figure out what she wants to do. It's like a good problem to have, but at the same time, like some of like the most well-rounded people you'll meet in your life don't come from money. They really don't. They really don't, and it's because they struggled and grinded, right? Like, and it's you see it all the time. You see it quite often.
Definitely money.
What are your biggest struggles in life?
My mental health is probably the biggest struggle.
What's your trauma?
So growing up in wealth
I like
meant
her.
that my family was under a lot of risk of danger back home.
Sure.
Kidnapping.
Yep.
I had to have a guard with me at all times, and then slowly I would realize that other people around me that I didn't know were also my guards, but they were everywhere. I struggled a lot to get a sense of like safety in the world.
Yeah.
Last one. How are we more similar than you expected?
I don't know. To me, you seem like a normal, like humbled person who has like their head on straight, a very like broad perspective. I feel like that's like all I could ever ask for from anyone.
Yeah.
No, we're similar in the sense that we just both love being in our 20s. We're both like having fun.
You have like such an amazing personality. It was like so fun. I was really nervous.
I was
And, like,
nervous
excited
too.
and nervous.
I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna spit on me and be like, oh my god, I'm sorry.
Never.
I'm like, I love Bill Gates, and I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was expecting like someone completely out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm surprised. We are a lot more similar.
I love that. You're awesome.
Well, yes, you're
Cheers
awesome too. It was
to
nice to
awesome
meet
people.
you.
Yeah.
What in the world are they drinking?
I mean, I fully expected someone completely out of touch with reality.
Yeah, well, they didn't get like mega rich people on there. There's no Barron Trump on there or something like that. And they should have had a male trust fund person. Like, they didn't really represent like the wealthy male trust fund person in there. Like that would have been a pretty interesting personality to see. Like, these women are like all gonna like try to portray themselves as like a humanitarian, like as like a really good person, like this kind of a PR thing for them. But overall, it was pretty good. It's there's a lot of misconceptions about the trust fund, babies and poor people, right? It's we all we're all humans. We all got a lot in common. So don't hold it against people just because they got money or just because they're poor. It's we're all people. We're all trying to fight and survive and find our purpose in life, and it's important to give people the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, it was I thought this was a good watch. It wasn't the most interesting thing to me, but overall a good watch. I'll watch more videos from them. This is the first time I've seen a video from them, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Thought it was cool. Like and subscribe if you want to, if you got any value out of this. Just watching some videos and trying to have some fun doing it. So yeah. thanks for hanging out.